Hi everybody. So this is my second video on solving fractional inequalities using algebraic methods. If you want to work along with me in this video, you can download a copy of a PDF from my website. I'll leave a link in the description below. So in the first part of this question, we've been asked to show that this left-hand side can be written in the form given here, and then to use this form to solve this inequality. So if we begin with this, essentially we have two fractions. One of them is over x minus 1, and the other is over 1. So we need a common denominator. So if I multiply this by x minus 1, then we can put these two together. And now we'll just expand out the brackets, and then we'll multiply all of this quadratic by the negative. And now we'll just collect the like terms. So we'll have negative 2x squared plus the 20x plus the 22 all over x minus 1. So at this point, I'm going to pull out the negative 2. So we'll have negative 2 lots of x squared minus the 10x minus the 11 over x minus 1. And I can bring this negative down to the denominator to make this as 1 minus x. So we'll get x squared minus the 10x minus the 11 multiplied by 2 over 1 minus x. And now we can factorize this quadratic. This will give us 2, and then we'll have x minus 11, x plus 1 over 1 minus x. And this is what we were asked to show here. Okay? And now to solve this inequality, well, the first thing we'll do is we'll take away the 3x minus 5 from both sides. And you can see that on this left-hand side, we have exactly what we had here. So we can substitute this in place of it. And now we can solve this fractional inequality by multiplying both sides by the 1 minus x squared. We know that 1 minus x squared must be a positive because anything squared is a positive, so we won't have to change the sign. And when we multiply this by 0, we get 0. So now we'll get all of this. And we know this power of 2, well, one of them will cancel with this one. So I'll tidy up this left-hand side. And then we can divide both sides by the 2, and that will cancel with a 0. So we'll get x minus 11 multiplied by x plus 1 multiplied by 1 minus x. And that must be greater than 0. So our roots will be x equals 11, x equals negative 1, and x equals positive 1. So I'll sketch it as a graph. So we get something like this. And in our inequality, we know it's greater than 0. So we're looking at the parts of the curve that are above the x-axis. So our solutions then is that x must be less than negative 1, and x must be less than 11, but greater than a positive 1. Okay? Well, thank you very much for watching. I hope you found that useful. If you did find that helpful, please like and subscribe, and you can download the full lesson and a PDF that accompanies this video from my website, mrmathematics.com. I'll leave a link in the description below.